Rhythm Part 2. This is our third chapter from our Grade 2, Discovering Music Theory by ABRSM workbook. Okay, we're going to talk about triplets. As you know, let's get, for example, here, crotchets, the very basics, yeah, for this Grade 2. If we split a crotchet in two equal parts, you're going to have two quavers, yeah? So the rhythm is going to be, if I'm counting crotchets as a beat. Ta, 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 ta. And if I have two quavers, ta, 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 ta. So I keep my beat, crotchet beat. Then I have to sing two quavers for each of my counts here. Ta, 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 ta. They must be equal in length. Ta, 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 ta. Well, you already know that. And you might be thinking, oh, that's so boring, so easy. Yeah. But when it comes to triplets, so we have a crotchet. And now the composer wants you to play 3 notes in the time of a crotchet. So if I do that, let's use the stem down now. It's just wrong. Yes, because a crotchet divided by 2 gives us 2 quavers. But if I want a crotchet divided by 3, I have to show it. I have to show that this is not 1.5 counts of a crotchet. How do I show it? How do I point it out? By write this number 3 here at the bottom or at the top. So always follow the stem and the beaming here, okay, where the flags are, the tails. And you can put this line here as well. Okay, so now I have a triplet. But each of them, each note must be divided. Each of them must have exactly same length. You can't do one longer than the other. Like here is my crotchet. Ta 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 ta. Yeah, so must be exactly the same. Ta 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 ta. Now, I will give you this exercise. Let's see. We're going to clap and sing this sequence here. Only this bar. Common bar. So you have a crotchet, 2 quavers, a triplet, a crotchet. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta 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 ta. And what I like to ask my pupils to do as well is just to have the feeling of exchanging from 2 quavers to triplets. Like that. So you do ta 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 ta, and so on. Okay, so practice this, pause the video, practice a bit of those rhythms, and then come back here to the video. And then we're gonna open our workbook on page 15 so we can do the exercise, solve the exercise. So on page 15, number the beats in the following melodies. So 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. Now B. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I think you can see it there, yeah? Now C. 3 minimums in a bar. Attention, minimums. 1 minimum, first beat. Second minimum. Oh, how do we calculate the triplets for minimums? Easy. you get the minimum. Let's see if you can see from here. So you get a minimum. Divide into equal parts give us 2 crotchets. And divide into 3 equal parts give us 3 crotchets, isn't it? Yeah. So here we go. So 3 crotchets equals 1 minimum. Count number 2. Count number 3. 2 crotchets. Okay. Then 1, 2, one. Where's my rubber? So 2 crotchets, next bar, 2 crotchets, 1 count, semi-brief counts 2 and 3. Okay, D. Common time with the line. So it actually 2, 2 then. 2 minimums in a bar. Beat 1, beat 2. And then 1, triplets count number 1, and then 2. E. 2 crotchets in a bar. 1, 2, 1, 2. And finally, 3 quavers in a bar. 1, 2, 3. Now look at this. Quavers, the same idea. So quavers, you're going to have a quaver. Divided into 2 equal parts, you have 2 semiquavers. And divided into 3 equal parts, you have 3 semiquavers, but number 3 at the top, like that in this case. Okay, then exercise F, 1, 2, 3, second bar, 1, 2, 3. That was easy, wasn't it? Let's turn the page. Exercise 2. Answer each question with a number. How many crotchets are we equal to 3 quavers? Oh, pause the video, try to sort it out all by yourself, and then come back to the video, please. Ready? How many crotchets are equal to 3 quavers? 1. How many minimums are equal to 3 crotchet triplets? 1. How many quavers are equal to 3 semiquavers triplets? 1. How many crotchets are equal to 3 crotchets triplet? If those 3 crotchets are equal 1 minimum equals 2 crotchets, so 2. How many crotchet beats is? Okay, ta 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 ta. 4. How many quaver beats is? Ta 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 ta. 2. Was that easy? Let's go to exercise 3. Complete the time signature for each of these melodies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4. B. Well, always, so you're gonna look at the bottom number, yeah? So you have 4 at the bottom. So you're counting crotches, yeah? 1, 2, 3. 3. Now, see, we have 2 at the bottom, minimum at the bottom. Count the minimums. 1, 2, 3, 4 minimums in a bar. D, minimums as well. 1, 2, 2 minimums in a bar. Or we can write like that. G, minimums. 1, 2, 3 minimums in a bar. H, crotchets. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? There is a crotchet resting between 2 crotchets with the triplet, within the triplet. That's fine. You just count it as a quaver. I mean, not a, there is a quaver rest. Yeah? So it's absolutely fine. It's just as if it was a quaver. So we have 1, 2, 3 quavers. Okay. Next exercise, page 17. We have to talk before about triplets over multiple bits. It is possible to do that as well, of course, to make things more complicated and complex. So, for example, in the example they give here to us, 2 minimums in a bar, and then you see 3 minimums in a bar. You think like, what? But it's triplet. So, which means you're going to have to divide the time of 3 minimums into 2 counts. And then if I have 1, 2, 1, 2, ta 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 ta. A bit more difficult, isn't it? Let's go to exercise 4. Add the missing bar lines to each of these melodies. Nice. 4 4. Common time C is 4 4. 1 or 2? What do you think? If we wanted a triplet for 1 crotchet, they should be quavers, but they are crotchets. So here, with 3 crotchets, we have 2 counts already. Then 3 4 bar line. 1 2 3 4. B 3 4. 1 2 3 bar line. 1 2 3. Just checking if it's correct. C 2 4. 1 2 bar line. 1 2 bar line. See, we have the quaver rest. That's fine. 1 2 bar line. 1 2. D, we have common time with the line equals to 2. 2 minimums in a bar. 1 2 bar line. 3 crotchets, triplet. So triplet with 3 crotchets equals 1 minimum. 1 minimum, second minimum, bar line. 1 2 bar line. 1 2. Yes, because a dotted crotchet is 1.5 plus half, 2 counts of crotchets, and 2 crotchets equals 1 minimum. Okay, now E, 3 quavers in a bar. 1 2 3 bar line. 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 F, 4 minimums in a bar. 1 2 3 4. Yes, we have this here, remember? Now 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Perfect. Exercise 5 on page 18. Complete the time signature for each of these melodies. And you're going to talk about dotted rests. Well, you just dot the rest as you dot a note. So dotted crotchet. So let's see here. For example, dotted crotchet. You can use the rest. How is the rest? Dotted crotchet rest. So if I counting crotchet is gives me my beat, I have 1.5 count here, and here I have 1.5. So you just use the dot as you use the dot for the notes. It's exactly the same thing. Exercise 5. Complete the time signature for each of these melodies. Okay. When you are confronted with one of those questions, always try to look at the easiest bar, the second. So you have 2 counts, 3. 2 counts of what? Here. 2 counts of crotchet plus 1. So it's gonna be, which numbers does represent the crotchets? 4. 3 crotchets in a bar. First crotchet, second crotchet, third crotchet. Well, now we have to count crotchets. 1.5, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Now we have to count minimums. 1, 2, 3. Exercise 6. Add 1 rest in each box to complete the bars. 2, 2. So you have one count, half of a count, and then we should have the other half here, but we have a quarter of the other half. So 3/4 are missing. So it is a quaver rest with a dot, a dotted quaver rest. Because here you have count number 2, count number 1. Okay, now B. 3 crochets in a bar. We have 2 crochets here, so counts number 2 and 3 are here. And here, count number 1. We have a quarter of it here. So again, 3/4 are missing here. So again, the same. 4 minimums in a bar. So you go there. You have the first minimum here, the third and the fourth at the end, and we have to complete the second count. So it's a minimum, but you have a quaver, so 3/4 are missing. Again, if 3/4 are missing and should be a minimum, it's going to be a dotted crochet rest. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. In the next chapter, next week, we're gonna learn how to group the notes. Bye.